Well, we're back now to give you the legal edge, and Bryan Waldman from the Sinus Doremus Law Firm is here with us again. And we here at 6 News have actually gotten a lot of calls from parents lately concerned that schools aren't doing enough to make sure that their children are safe. In particular, some say school employees aren't doing what they should to stop bullying or even fighting. So the question, Bryan, is if a child is hurt at school in a fight or involved in an incident with bullying, can parents hold the school accountable?
The answer is they might be able to, Lauren, and you and I have talked about this before. Actually, a lot of times the question comes down to whether or not this happens at a private school or a public school.
And why is that?
Well, the reason is, let's take the private school situation first. In a private school, let's say that an employee of the school isn't paying attention, not doing what he or she's supposed to do, and as a result, a kid gets pushed or a student gets pushed and injured. If at that point the parent might be able to bring a claim, but they would have to show that the school or the employee acted in a way that was negligent or not the way a reasonable person would act, and that conduct resulted in an injury to their child.
So how would that situation be different though if it happened at a public school?
Very different if it's at a public school. Public schools are considered government entities, and in Michigan we have something called governmental immunity. That means citizens cannot bring a lawsuit or a claim against the government for an injury unless it fits into one of three really narrow exceptions, and school districts or school employees don't fit into those narrow exceptions. So there probably isn't going to be a claim if it's a public school.
So it's not only you can't bring a claim against the school or the school district, but also it protects school employees as well?
There's a separate protection for employees that's not as strict as the school district. And what the law requires for public school employees is that you show their conduct was grossly negligent or more than just negligent. It's a very high standard. It's difficult to prove, not impossible, but much, much tougher if it happens at a public school.
All right, good to know. Thanks for giving us the legal edge, Bryan.
Thanks, Lauren.